Hello, Robert. How are you? Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Oh, I got to move this microphone. It's in my way. Okay. Nothing planned for today, unless there's something that you guys want to go over. Marcio, how are you? Marcio, do you have a PayPal account? Okay, anything you guys want to go over in particular? I got to fix this seat, man. Oh, my fat ass. All right. Anything in particular? 16th note triplets, okay? 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5. I don't know, it's working okay here. Anybody else having that problem that Stacy's having? All right, everybody here knows how to count 16th note triplets? Hold on a second. Let me check something out. Okay, I fixed something. Just reboot. No, you don't have to exit. Just reload your browser. That's all you have to do. All right, 16th note triplets. You already know how to count 8th note triplets, correct? 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and boom. We all know how to count that. All right? Now, that's the 8th note triplet. 16th note triplet, I'm going to think 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So now what I'm doing, every count's going to be a triplet with an accent. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now some people count 1 triplet and triplet, 2, 3 triplet and triplet. You count them the way you want. I count them in the 8th notes for this next exercise. All right, now, you're not incorrect. If it works for you, fine. It doesn't work for me. All right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play constant 16th note triplets. no accent. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and. Got it? You got the count? All right, now we're going to take the stick control book, and we're going to reference off the stick control book. If you look at the stick control book, the first line, page 5, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And we're going to throw away the lefts and just reference for the rights. On line 1, the right falls on 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to play on the bottom. When I say on the bottom, that's what my hands are going to be doing. We're going to play 16th note triplets. 1, 2, and now I'm going to accent 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and. Everybody understand that? On line 2, the right's falling on all the ands. So now I'm going to accent all the ands. 1 and 2 and. Do we understand that so far? Line 1 and 2. Line 2. Everyone understand it? Look at the levels when I'm doing that. I'm just going to go through line 1 and line 2. On line 1, the accent falls on 1, 2, 3, 4. And on line 2, the accent falls on all the ands. You understand, Stacy? All right. So now, we got line 1. 1, 2. One more. 3, 4, 2. Back. All right, we understand line 1. How you doing, Seth? We understand line 1 and line 2. Let's do line 3. The accent now is going to fall on 1 and 3 and. Watch. 1 and 3 and 4 and. We understand the concept? Where I'm getting the accent? Come on, left. Line 4, the accent falls on 2 and 4 and. Ooh, all right. Line 5, the accent falls on 1, 2 and the and of 3. 1 and. Everybody understand that? Now, I'm just going to stop at line 5, and we're going to take line 5, and we're going to take all the accents, and we're going to put all the right hand accents on the floor tom-tom, left hand accents on the small tom-tom. If you notice, I took down my other toms. I'll put them up, like I said yesterday, if I ever do a clinic someplace, I'll use all my drums. But for teaching, all you need really is a bass drum snare and a hi-hat and a ride cymbal. The tom-toms are just extra voices, and colorful, okay? Now, let's do line 1 and put all right-hand accents on the floor tom-tom. Here we go, line 1. Line 2, the action is now going to fall on the hands. We have that, guys. Line 1 and line 2. Here we go. There can't be that much of a delay. Now, to sit there and do something like that for 5 minutes, going from line 1 to line 2, line 1 to line 2, at a variety of tempos, you're going to have a hell of a set of chops. Line 3 is pretty interesting. It starts to move around and becomes more colorful. Okay, so we have line number 3. Line 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... My favorite one here is line 5. We understand it. Everybody here understands it. Bob, Seth, Marcio. Seth, do you understand it? Bob, do you understand it? If you're having any problems with the broadcast, all you need to do, click the right side of your mouse and say reload. And it'll take you right back. Stacy has it. Seth, you there? Bob, you there? Marcio, you there? Who else is here? You got it. Okay, good. But the thing is, man, like stay on line 1 and stay on line 2 and really, really work on the movement. 1 and 2 and nice and easy. 3 and 4 and line 2. 1 more time. 2, 3, 4, line 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And back to line 1. You could do that each line, or combine them, line 1 and line 2. All right, or line 2 and line 5. You know, any combination you want. First, do the whole left-hand side of the stick control book. You'll be just fine. But then my hands are starting to come back. Man, that leftness, the numbness is still there. And sometimes the feeling in the pinky there comes and goes. But it's starting to look better and feel better. Anybody having that problem? All right, we understand the triplets. I did want to go over some of Joe Casadas' moves. Does anybody want to understand that? Moving from the floor, tom-tom, to the snare. Okay. I did want to do today question and answer. So everybody, Robert understands, Seth understands, and Stacy understands. So that's 3. Where's the other 3? Marcio, you still here? Marcio. Hola, por favor. Hey. Oh. Now, I don't want to overlap this particular exercise I just showed you with 16th notes. So Stacy, Robert, and Seth have it. Where are the other 3 people that are watching? The exercise the other day, the John Ramsey exercise that Mr. Green requested, I've been working on things from there, and I expanded on some of the exercises. And what I can do, especially Stacy and Seth, when you guys come here, I'm going to show you how I expanded on that, all right, one-on-one, which is really better. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit, and I'm going to show you where it comes from. If you take the front of the book to that triplet page in the syncopation book, you'll see it's the same thing. The thing that I like, you know, the expression that I like, see, Ted Reed, each line is a 4-measure increment, but so is stick control book with the repeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and repeat. That's 4 measures. All right, we could do the same thing with stick control book. I'd rather stay with the triplet feel. Anybody having trouble with the triplets? The one exercise that you want to work on with the triplets, with the levels, is a 3-measure increment, or you could do a 4-measure increment. You could play the first measure, the accent on the downbeat of the triplet, 1, then on 2, then on 3, and then on 4. The second measure, play only the ands as accents on each triplet, and the third measure, play all the does as the accent, and play 1 measure of straight triplets. Would you guys like me to demonstrate that? You could either start with the 8th note triplet, no accent. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2 and a. You get that exercise? That's a good exercise. That's actually the second, part of the second lesson I've ever taken with Joe Morello. Please do. Okay. Please do what? That delay drives me crazy too. All right. It's a 4-measure increment. You could either do either or, okay? You could play 1 measure of 8th note triplets without the accent. 2, 3, 4. Now I'm in position to play the next part of the exercise where the accent is going to be on the downbeat of the triplet. Then it goes to the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and back. No, we did no accent. Here you go. 1. What is that noise? Okay, so we have no accent. Get on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Ands. The does. It's hard to talk and do this shit. 4 and 1 and. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it? You understand it? Seth, do you understand it? Robert? We understand it, huh? Okay. Tonight I will have my metronome set up through my sound system. We're going to do some vamping exercises. What I'm trying to do here today is open up the lesson. Like I said, I have not prepared anything today. What I want to leave the lesson open for is reviewing. Is there anything in particular you're having, not difficulty with, but you want to make sure you understand? Hello, Paul, how are you? Remember what I said last night, we're going to be early. You're late again, ding-a-dong-dong, but that's okay. I'll tell you, all this telemarketing fraudulent calls are driving me crazy. I get the same call 3 or 4 times a day. They're going to interrupt my service on the computer. Ha! Go ahead. Okay, sure is. That's okay, Paul. I'm only kidding, Paul. I'm going to try to do 6:30 tonight. I want to spend some time. But that level, see, let me explain something. The level's natural. All right? If you don't, what you're doing when you're playing an exercise like that is what you're doing is you're reinforcing what's natural. 1, 2, 3. Hey, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I broke it down slow there, but if I'm playing eighth note triplets, and you were doing a video of me demonstrating that, and let's say you had an app that you could bring it all the way down to slow motion, you would see this. That's what's occurring. You know, it gets to a point after a while, you don't worry about going like down, up, tap, because it's there. Now the next one, the and of the triplet's a better one. 1. The same level is happening, but it's in a different place. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next one on the da. 1 and da. 2 and da. 3 and da. 4 and da. Now I'm really emphasizing here, but you could actually play it here. Dynamics. That's where you want to go. But putting them all together is the journey. Okay, that's the journey of the levels right there. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. Got it, guys? All right, just briefly, I'm going to go over the first part of the lesson, okay, for Paul's benefit. Now, what comes into view here is how you count triplets. I keep telling everybody, what works best for me is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, some people go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Some go, I don't know why. 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta. Where that comes from, I have no idea. I think it really originated with the European, the British way of teaching, I think. I'm not sure. But that definitely don't work for me. I keep it 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Now, a 16th note triplet, all right? There's 2 ways you can count that. I count, I think, eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? And I say to myself, all right, I'm going to reference off the stick control book. And I want to put some accents over top of that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So, line 1, we're going to eliminate the lefts and just reference off the rights. The rights are falling on 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to take that 16th note triplet and place an accent on 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the level should be in place. Got it? Seth's got it. Paul's smiling. What do you mean you know I'm kidding? They go 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta, 4 ta-ta. You think I've been kidding about that? That is the way some of these European people play. I mean, you know, that's the way they're taught. I guess it works for them. It can't work for me. No way. I can't see how. 1 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta, 4 ta-ta, 1. And I'm very serious about that. So you took the first line and you referenced off the stick control book as the accent reference. Line 1 is now line 2, the accent is going to move over to the ands. Got it? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Oh yeah, I'm just kidding, Paul. You know that. Okay, so let's combine line 1 and line 2 for a while, just on one surface. Up tempo. Okay, so now we're going to take that same 2 measures and we're going to put all right hand accents on Mr. Floor and left hand accents on Mrs. Tom. Mr. and Mrs. Line 1. Oh, now that's starting to stiffen up. Ooh. Okay, line 1, nice and slow. Again, 1, 2, 3, line get that? Little up tempo. Got it, guys? Line number 3. Any questions on this? What I would appreciate everybody doing, if you're going to come back to the lesson this evening, I am going to try to start at 6:30. It might be 5 minutes late. I'm taking Paul as a reference or as a mentor, so I might be a little late. I want to become like Paul. Just kidding. Smile, Paul. Okay? What I would like everyone to do that's viewing the lesson now, come back with some requests. Hey, Matt, can you go over the triplet fill-ins? Hey, Matt, can we do the same exercises we did last night from Morello's? Number was 27. How it works in stick control. Come back with a whole lot of things, please. I think that's funny too, Paul, Robert. You know, from everybody who's been in here, and we're including, you know, the guys like Jimmy and Hoist, Dennis. There's only one guy, Michael Lewis. Oh, by the way, Paul, Michael Lewis is under the knife again today. I don't know what's man. I don't know, man. The guy's got a ticket out of here. I feel so bad for that guy. He's a hell of a nice guy. But actually, Paul is the senior citizen of this site. He's been here the longest. Thank you, Paul, for sticking out and sticking around. And maybe one day we get to meet. If you go to if they have PASIC this year, it's in Indiana. So that wouldn't be too much of a problem for you. Maybe we can meet one day, or whoever's going to, if they have it, with this virus thing. Okay? Yeah, we all have, you know, it does the whole atmosphere, Robert, to have a good sense of humor. Or have a sense of humor. It relieves the tension. You know, teaching is not easy, and, you know, it's a serious issue, and I take it very seriously, as you know. But once in a while, you know, you just need to loosen up a little bit. Yeah, I know. I feel bad for Mike. Anyway, let's see. In November, I believe, if they have PASIC, you want to go, maybe we can meet. And it's not too far from you. You're about 3 hours away from Indianapolis, no? Paul? You could buy me a drink. Okay. Now, anyone have any questions on what we've done today so far? Please, guys, write down some questions or some requests that you would like, and we'll do that. Yeah, I know, it's been a while, man. Have you learned anything, Paul? That's the question. That's a piece of cake, 5 hours. Huh. I drove one time in, I was running away from a snowstorm. I was stationed in Indianapolis, and I was riding home for the Christmas holiday. So as I was leaving and going down through Ohio and then to Pennsylvania. Looking behind me, the snowstorm was running after us. What a trip that was. It actually, with the snowstorm, it from Indianapolis to New Jersey took 18 hours. And 3 packs of cigarettes. Okay, I'm going to close it up. It's been 40 minutes, if you gentlemen or ladies don't mind. And I'm going to see everybody. I'm going to try to make 6:30. Everybody got that, Paul? 6:30. All right. Oh, thank you for that, Paul. All right. And there's I don't want to sound like Donald Trump, but the best is yet to come. You know, there's a lot more. It just never ends. What I find the most difficult is the mixture of students. You know, some people have been playing 10 years, some people have been playing 10 months. But I have to, you know, and teaching 8 times a week, I try not to repeat myself. Occasionally I will, from requests that I get in the email. Okay, so we'll see everybody tonight, 6:30. Have some questions. Robert, Stacy, Paul, and whoever else. Okay, guys. See you tonight.